Hello everyone. Uh, I was just trying to understand what's going on and how we would approach online learning. And I think that there is need to clarify a few things on my part. It's more of a video that I would like to uh, record to remind my own very self what my responsibilities right now are and how can I deal with the course. And I thought that since these will bring my thoughts together somehow, these might be helpful for others who are going into online learning. So here's the thing. We are going in the middle of a semester, in the middle of a spring semester, online. So this is a big shift in the routines that we have and our students have. Second, this is not the only problem. The other problem is that we are in the middle of a pandemic. So going online in a pandemic, this is a challenge. Many universities, I think all the universities around the world, educational institutions everywhere are trying to get hold of their students and try to finish their semester works and try to remain active and get results. So it's kind of a global phenomenon, like global pandemic needing a global online approach to teaching. So it's not easy. First, that it's in the middle of the semester, we are not prepared for it. It was not meant like that. So it's a huge behavioral shift also, like adjusting to a very new situation. Now what's going on is that we are trying to move our in-class platforms from in-class to online, where a lot of things are missing, but this is an effort that we are changing face-to-face into a distance learning program. So there are a couple of things that we have to keep in mind. Like that shift happening in a pandemic is a very important thing. So this changes the very goals of our offerings. Instead of grading and measuring capacity, we have to understand that right now we are getting into a supportive role for our students, and we are trying to help them survive through these hard times. And we ourselves have to survive these times. So there is a lot of stress going on and we have to understand this. So that said, I won't elaborate a lot into it. There is a lot of material online and many people are working around, and I can share all these sources where people are trying to understand the human side of this shift right now. So that said, the next important question is, do we know our students? What has changed for our students? So do we have a profile of the students? Do we know where they come from? Are they in joint families? Are they living on their own? Are they living in a nucleus family? Do they have bigger houses? Do they have smaller houses? What income groups are they in? Are they in a position to support themselves after university? How would their immediate environment be? And we don't know about that. So we have to kind of understand that we have to make sure that we don't discriminate against any student by offering kind of a high-tech course. And also, we shouldn't just take it for granted that everybody has the leisure that some of us, or all of us have right now, that we can earn a living by going online. Students' parents, for example, whoever supports them, their immediate environment, there might be somebody sick, and everything. So we have to be very compassionate about it. So what to do then? So first and foremost, as they say, first and foremost, you have to shed the load. Just don't push all the courses that you have right now to the students. Just don't do that. The second important question is that we are going online. So access to internet is very important. Do all students have access to internet? Do they have spaces at home? That's very important. Where will the students sit and watch our videos, or if we want to go into a regular class routine, kind of beginning at 8 and ending at 5, would it be possible for a student at home to be present through all these classes? I don't think so. So when we decide, so since I am teaching 3 courses, so I'll say, okay, I'll engage students for 3 hours, and these are just 3 hours, but then there are other teachers, and then students are sitting in their homes or wherever they live for many hours. That's not possible. So then there is this question of internet. We are depending a lot on internet, which is good and bad, but we have to understand it's a good thing that we have that instrument available, but the alarming thing that we should not close our eyes to, that the net might collapse. And I am saying this after discussing it with friends abroad, like friends in Stanford, friends in Europe. Like Zoom that everybody is talking about. Zoom might just collapse. It's like Netflix. It has a limit to its capacity. Since everybody is using it, it might collapse. So what would we do then? How would we be able to impart knowledge? And that's a very important point. Now let me just quickly finish it by saying this is the way I look at it, and it might not be the right way, but this is just one opinion. That I would like to use Moodle and I would like to use emails. Like, here is another thing about the presentations, the lectures. Please don't overload your videos with PowerPoints and your own picture, your own video together. That's really heavy to hold. One, it's not kind of lecture room. It's not like you speaking in front of the students and in the background there is a PowerPoint going on. It's like students sitting somewhere looking at their mobile phones, and then they can't really make sense of it. So my advice, record videos separately. Try to make them as lighter as you can. Don't go into kind of 30-40 minute format. Just try to keep them below 15 minutes. And this is, I'm telling you by experience, when I watch this video that I have recorded and everybody loves their voice, believe you me, I won't be able to watch it all. So the same is true for these young men and women who are stressed in many ways. And if we throw a lot of data to them, don't do that. Use your data very wisely and try to make smaller pieces of information that could reach students, that they could download, that they could focus on, and then send a PowerPoint. This is what I'm going to do, so not for everybody. I think that we should have a video which is easily downloadable. Don't look at the quality, just see that they can hear you. If you are not comfortable with a video, just send an audio file, use Moodle, embed them there, post them there, and also send the same information through email, a PowerPoint, a video, or other materials which is supportive. Then go for quizzes. This is what I'm going to do, regular quizzes. And I really like Dr. Parvez Hudbai's idea of the course. He kept it simple. It works for me at least, like going for quizzes, asking students to do a small video which every student can do, irrespective of what quality it is, send that, and then a long write. Like in social sciences, humanities, I think it works really well. I can't speak for natural sciences, but I think this is the way. I think the most important thing for us is to understand that these are very hard times, and the more it lingers on, the more difficult it would be. Weather will be getting a lot hotter. There'll be electricity problems like power breakdowns and everything happening. So we have to really understand that we have to somehow support our students move through the crisis, and our courses should be kind of a support to students in these times. And once we are done with that, they should have kind of knowledge transfer, but at the same time a compassionate knowledge transfer which will help them clear through these hard times. So thank you very much for listening, and I wish you all the best. Be safe and be happy.